Hey y'all, what's up? Novocaine Omega is in the house, representing Soul Trust Records, Crumb TV, and Each Nine Teach Nine. Today I want to talk with you guys over tea. I got some tea right here. Got my girls' kiwi teas with the jasmine pearl teas. And we're going to talk about a popular myth that black people love to entertain that keeps us sick. The myth is that whenever we get sick, oh, this runs in my family, that's why I have it. That might be the case to an extent. I'm not saying diabetes does not run genetically in people's families. What does run in our families is called biscuits, a bunch of starch and a bunch of sugar all the time. And guess what? It's making us fall apart. So these are the things that actually run in our families. Even if you are genetically predisposed to having diabetes, it still has to be activated by dietary choices. You get older and your body's been metabolizing all the sugar and processing all of this sugar and these poisons and these chemicals and these acids for 30 years, 40 years, and your body conks out. I have a lot of friends right now who are diabetic, friends who've had strokes and heart attacks, and they're in their 30s, you guys. They're in their 40s. You know what I mean? That's young. I know you guys who are 20, you think 30 is old, you think 40 is old, but it really isn't. So I want to encourage you right now while you're young to try to nip everything in the bud with all of this sugar and all of this salt. Your body shouldn't have to be required to process so much sugar every day, so much salt every day. Then it's starch and stuff, and starch turns into sugar in your body. So if you want to get this tea, you can check my girls out. They're called Kiwi Teas. You can go to kiwiteas.com or you can go to soulstirtea.com. So first, to make this tea, I'm going to put the tea into my coffee filter. So there are those jasmine pearls. It looks like pellets or something like that. So the main reason, you guys, why diabetes runs in our families is this. Reason number one is just ignorance. The way we eat, it comes from slavery. Being put into a slavery situation, we were forced to eat a lot of food that we don't normally eat. And our bodies had to make certain adjustments to do that. But our bodies never fully adjusted. So that's thing one, is just slavery. The slave food diet has carried over into today's times, and unfortunately, it's making everybody sick. The second reason why a lot of us have diabetes and stuff like that is because we're being targeted by corporations to eat a lot of sugar and drink a lot of sugary stuff. And in doing that, we're developing diabetes. I mean, you know, how many Halloweens can you have before your body starts to conk out? How many Easters can we have before your teeth start rotting, before your liver starts to, mess up, or your heart starts to beat too fast, whatever it is. And then the third reason that we get diabetes at a high rate compared to a lot of other races is called melanin. Melanin is a special bonding agent. It does a lot. Melanin does a lot. It helps you with sleep. It helps keep this skin nice and youthful looking. It takes the sun and converts it into energy like we need it to. Having melanin is our gift, but when we start eating a lot of poisons, it becomes our curse, because unfortunately melanin, it bonds to impurities at a high rate. We are more sensitive to certain diseases and stuff like that just because we have melanin. So that's what's really causing us to have a lot of these problems. But dietarily, our problems really come in because we think that we can eat things that we just cannot eat. So the tea is brewing. You know what I mean? All right, so now I want to talk with you guys about sugar itself. What's the problem with sugar? Well, for one, your body only needs a few tablespoons a day to run with sugar. So you can imagine how much sugar is in tea, how much sugar is in syrup. Think about it. For you to get the amount of sugar that we eat, right? For you to get that naturally from something, you would have to eat like 8 of those things. Like, just let's say like an apple. If you wanted the amount of sugar that you put in a typical cup of tea, if you wanted to get that same amount of sugar out of an apple, you would have to eat like 8, 9 apples, yo. 10, 12 apples to get that amount of sugar. The problem is concentrating anything makes it into a drug. That's why it's called the Food and Drug Administration, because they're related. Food is drugs. There's no tree that you can go and just pick sugar right off of it in this form. There's sugar cane, but sugar cane has fiber, it has water. All of that is there to balance the sugar cane out. So that way when you eat it, it's not going to just destroy you, because your body can recognize it. It's like, oh, there's some fiber, there's some water, there's some stuff that's in place that God put in place inside the sugar cane so that it could be whole and complete. Even if the sugar is not bad for you, having too much of it is bad. I don't care what kind of sugar it is. As you can see, sugar should be brown. Sugar cane is not white. If you've ever seen a piece of sugar cane, it's not white, it's brown and it's green. Okay, so it looks like a piece of bamboo. And it has to go through a lot before it gets into a white form. For it to be white, that means it's been bleached. That means it's been tampered with. You have to understand that every time you take food and you do anything to it, you're processing it. Even if it's a necessary process, it's still a process. The problem with sugar, particularly white sugar, but the problem with all sugar, is that it's almost like you're eating food that has already been digested. Dr. Africa calls white sugar, he calls it the white turd, because basically it's been put through all these machines already. And so then your body gets to it, and it's been stripped of every nutrient that it ever had. It's been stripped of anything about it that made it natural. So by the time you get it, your body is like, what the hell is this? White powder. It might as well be cocaine. Sugar is crack. It's been made into a form of crack. And you know that it's crack if you've ever tried to quit it. I dare you, I double dog dare you to quit sugar for 7 days. And you'll see that it's crack. It's not something that we're supposed to be having just that we can pour it out of a bottle like this. Our sugar intake is supposed to come from things that have sugar in them naturally already, okay? So now let's give this tea a taste. I just gave it 1 like half teaspoon of agave. I like sweet tea, but I don't like it that much. I don't need it to be so sweet. I kind of like the way tea tastes by itself. Oh my God, that is delicious. That tastes like, it tastes like pretty. It tastes like beauty. This is making me feel like a snob. Let me put my pinky up. It tastes like purple. Oh my God, fuchsia. It tastes like fuchsia. If fuchsia had a flavor, it would taste like this. This tea make me feel like Apollonia. This tea make me feel like Solange, yo. Brown liquor, brown, Tea make me feel like Beyonce, y'all. Hey, you like black women? Go to Soul Stir Tea and buy some tea from these women. Black girl magic all in this tea. This tea tastes like Hello Kitty. This tea tastes like Purple Rain. This tea tastes like Purple Rain. This tea tastes like Prince and the new power generation. Blouses. This tea tastes like blouses. It make me feel like I'm wearing a blouse. This tea tastes like Santeria. Like, this tea tastes like rose water. Like, it's delicious. Their flower teas are really, really good anyway. Their flower teas make me feel so beautiful on the inside. Make me feel royal and regal. This makes me feel like I'm in a cafe in Egypt at dusk. This tea makes me feel like I'm dressed in all white with sandals. This tea makes me feel like I'm from Morocco. This tea makes me feel like kissing my man in the mouth. It's not an aphrodisiac, but it's just sexy. It's a sexy tea. Like, well, maybe it is. I don't know. Is jasmine an aphrodisiac, you guys? I don't know. This tea make me feel like showing a little bit of shoulder. So Kiwi Teas, check my girls out. And you like black girl magic, and you like good tea and good times, then check these sisters out. And the tea is easy on the palate and easy on the wallet. All right? Peace.